Hello everybody and welcome back. We've just seen how our second paragraph on a second factor has landed us 12 out of 16 marks and got us the highest possible marks within level 3 plus 4 for SPaG. Let's say you're running out of time and all you've got time for is a conclusion. Let's see what a good conclusion would look like and where it would get you in the mark scheme. Here we go then. In conclusion, I believe that the role of the individual was the most important factor in the development of the treatment of disease. Had it not been for their discoveries, then we would still be faced with many killer diseases. Science was vital, but it was always the brilliance of individuals that made scientific methods worthwhile in the first place. Chance gave scientists and doctors the opportunity, but without the individual's genius, that opportunity might have been lost. For example, Fleming may have simply washed the petri dishes. That is why Pasteur always said that chance only favors the prepared mind. Therefore, the role of the individual was the most important factor in improving the treatment of disease. So, what does a good conclusion do then? Well, first of all, a good conclusion does not just rehash what's been said already in the previous paragraphs. A good conclusion weighs things up and reaches its own verdict. And you will see I've started with the factor of the individual. I've considered the factor of science and discounted it. In other words, I've excluded. I've discussed the factor of chance. That would be my third paragraph. And I've excluded that as well. And I've reached the conclusion that it's the role of the individual that was the most important factor. Without the individual, science would not have mattered, because it was the individuals that used the science in the first place. Without the individuals, chance wouldn't have mattered, because it was the individuals who took the opportunity given to them by chance, as Pasteur said in his famous quote. Therefore, it's the role of the individual that was the most important factor. Now, if at this point you have written 2 paragraphs, ignore the chance here. If you've talked about the role of the individual and the factor of science, and you've written a conclusion, which is a strong conclusion like this one, you'll be looking to get a level 4, so well done, but you'll be getting at the lower end of the level 4. You'll be getting 14 out of 16 marks, plus 4 for your spelling, punctuation, and grammar, which is really, really good. I'm going to talk about what all of these grades mean in a second. I'll give you some idea, I'll give you some perspective in a second. But if you have 2 factors, the role of the individual and science, like we've already seen, and a good conclusion, you'll be getting a level 4 lower end. In order to get 15 or 16 out of 16, you need that third paragraph. We'll be looking at that in our next video, for those of you who are gunning for the highest possible marks. But I'm also going to explain to you what this translates into. And I'm going to show you why question 4 is without a doubt the most important question on your exam.